Brand new body camera from the death investigation of Hulk Hogan.
So I'm like, is that Hulk Hogan?
What really happened in the hours before the wrestling legend died?
Said he was doing CPR for 8 minutes.
Okay.
He was not doing CPR for 8 minutes.
What makes you say that?
Because when I started CPR, I'm the one that broke his ribs.
Now, new claims, new questions, and a body cam trail that offers a closer look at what unfolded.
In all my 20 years, I never seen nobody die.
We're on The Case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. We just got our hands on a massive body cam file from the death investigation of wrestling legend Hulk Hogan. For months, questions have surrounded the sudden death of the wrestling icon, but now for the first time, we are taking you inside the investigation with hours of newly obtained police body cam footage. So to catch you up to speed, let's go back to July 24th, 2025. Hulk Hogan, his real name was Terry Bollea. He stopped breathing inside his home in Clearwater, Florida. His wife, Sky Daly Hogan, along with an occupational therapist and a home health aide, reportedly performed CPR until first responders arrived. And despite their efforts, Hulk Hogan, the wrestling legend, died. In the days that followed, speculation spread. Did complications from recent neck surgery play a role? How could someone who appeared to be recovering and in good spirits suddenly stop breathing? Now we're breaking down what investigators documented, what first responders witnessed, and what the newly released records reveal about Hulk Hogan's final moments. So let's begin at the beginning, when Hulk Hogan stopped breathing. Investigators caught up with the home aide who was caring for Hogan when he reportedly went into cardiac arrest. Here is her account and timeline of what happened.
I had him 7 to 7, like 7 in the morning to 7 at night that day. I got here around probably like 6:50-ish. I can't remember the girl who I replaced, but he was already up in the bathroom upstairs, sitting in the chair, getting ready to brush his teeth.
Okay.
I think he died was that a Wednesday? If it was a Wednesday, I had him that Monday, I think, and he was fine.
Okay.
Like he was, moving slow, but like wasn't nothing like I walked into Wednesday. They said he was in diapers when I got there Wednesday. So I guess, I don't know what took place overnight or Monday to Wednesday, but by the time I got there Wednesday, he was in diapers now.
Okay.
So he brushed his teeth, he went downstairs. He didn't normally eat breakfast, so he had a yogurt. I want to say the wife gave him his medicine, his morning medicine, and we set him in a recliner.
Okay.
Probably, I want to say 9:45, occupation got there, occupational therapy got there. They had to order new toilets because I guess his strength wasn't what it normally was.
Okay.
So with us having to order new toilets, I showed occupational therapy, came in, he was breathing. He was breathing when occupational came in. I literally said from probably here to her car is where the distance was from the living room to his office where the bathroom downstairs that he used. I walked occupational therapy into the bathroom to see the new toilet. When we came out, he was like, Terry, I'll be over in a minute to get your vitals. He went over and he was like, I can't get a pulse. And
Terry responded to him when he said that?
no, but he was sleeping. He was sleeping. As soon as I put him in the chair, he went to sleep.
Okay.
So he said, I can't get a pulse on his finger. I also worked at Largo Med, so I was like, sometimes if they cold, you gotta rub it. And so he started rubbing the hand, and he was like, I still can't get a pulse. So that's when me and Sky walked over, and Sky was like, he's not breathing.
Okay.
We called 911, we lowered him to the ground. They told us how to administer the CPR. The occupational started the CPR, and they worked on him until the paramedics got there. And then, basically in real life, he was passed away already, but they just kept working.
So the medications you take by David, does he have like the same ones he takes every day that you know?
I think in the morning, all mornings are the same, but I don't think he takes like everything all day.
Okay.
So I think he had like a morning dose, a noon, and like a night dose. Because I did go to overnight between before at 7, and there were certain medicines that he would take between like 11 or 10 because he would stay up a little late at night. And he was up and down at night. So I guess whatever the pain he was in, whatever surgery, we didn't go into detail because they considered him such a high-profile case at my job, so we got the bare minimum about what was going on with him. He had like a nurse coming in every day that they knew the depths. Our job basically was feed him, help him bathe, like the normal ADL stuff.
So when you say activities for daily living. Is that
Yeah.
ADL?
Yeah.
So when you say we, that's you and the other home health
Yeah,
aides?
like the other, it was like basically 2 a day because they did 12-hour shifts.
Okay,
So
so
somebody would be
daytime,
there 7
nighttime.
at night to 7 in the morning, and somebody would go 7 a to 7 p.m.
Okay. Do you have access to his like medical records
No,
or
we
anything
couldn't.
like that?
We didn't even have access to who his real name was. It was just when they first gave us him, it was just high profile client Clearwater. I didn't know who it was until I pulled up, went to work, and he was the first day I had him, he was in the chair.
Okay.
And anybody that knows him knows that hair with the ball. So I'm like, is that Hulk Hogan? And the lady was like, yeah, they didn't no, they kept it like very discreet on because I guess the celebrity factor was very discreet on who we were working for and everything else.
So
he
with
really
a-
knew. I don't even know why he ended up sick. They never told us what happened. It was just he had just got out of the hospital and needed home health care.
Okay. So after this happened, did you write anything? Like, do you have to write a report as to what you saw, what you did, or
No,
anything like that?
I called my job. I said, well, they're taking him to the hospital.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, you have to stay until they physically pull off because technically you're still working.
Sure.
I gave Scott a ride to the hospital and I called my job. I was like, he asked for a ride. I gave her a ride to the hospital and they asked me what happened. I don't know if my job reported when I told them or we in occupational therapy, but we never had to write anything or was that.
And that's normal. I mean, have you ever had?
I never had this happen.
Okay.
In
So
all
then
my
you're
20 years, I never seen nobody die.
Okay.
Never.
How you doing with it?
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Because not just before it was, but I never had that happen to me. I even working in the hospital, I never saw a patient cold. That was all scary to me. Like, that was just a lot. And then to go outside and the street was already filled with people, it was just too much. It was a
So
lot.
that morning when you got there, was he talking or anything?
Yes, he was fine. He was sitting there, and I was like, you gotta brush your teeth. And I would always tell him, you gotta try everything every day. You're not just gonna sit in the chair. He was like, okay. He brushed his teeth. He was like, I'm ready. We went down the elevator. Got him in because he had a little big recliner down there. We went down the elevator, got him in the recliner, and that was
Okay. You said he said yogurt.
yeah,
or
that's all he
something?
basically ate morning time, just like yoga.
Okay. Was he complaining of any pain or anything like that? More than normal?
Not that particular day, but some other days he would complain of his back. So I don't know what the injury had something to do with his back, but I'll just say he had back pain.
Okay.
But he barely was awake. He would always like sleep during the day. I guess the overnight shift would say he would be up and down a lot, which I can doubt because I did a couple overnights and it was just like whenever he wasn't comfortable, he would want to get up, go downstairs, and downstairs to go back upstairs. So him sleeping in the day was like really normal. On the average 7 to 7, I think he probably would be up probably 2 or 3 hours
Oh,
out
wow.
of the whole 12-hour shift. And if he was up, he was so quiet, he would just sit there and watch TV.
So how many times do you think you treated him?
I probably had him like 5 or 6 times.
The remainder of the conversation between the home aide and investigators turns clinical, focused on Hogan's medical history and the strict protocols she is required to follow for reporting and record keeping. But that's only part of the story because now we shift to the moments after the 911 call when caretakers stepped back and paramedics arrived on scene.
Do you remember what you were dispatched for?
Medical
Just
emergency.
Okay. So once you got there, what did you see?
When we got there, obviously, we get more notes as the call came in.
Sure.
And then when we arrived, we found individual in cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember where he was?
It was in the
house?
living room,
In the living room? Okay.
on the floor in the living room,
Okay. And what did you see
next
going
to a
on?
couch. There was 2 healthcare providers there.
Mm-hmm.
One, the male was attempting to do CPR.
Okay. Were you the lead medic or the charge medic or whatever you guys call it?
Lead medic was my partner,
Okay.
but we
sort
do
of just jump
we
all
do-
over.
we
Yeah.
interchange
Okay.
whatever needs to be done. We make it happen.
Okay. So this guy's doing CPR, one of these medical providers?
Yeah.
Okay. Or attempting, as you said?
Yeah.
So then you guys, I assume, take over?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happens from there?
We took over. We went through what we do
Mm-hmm.
normally. We follow ACLS protocols and
Okay.
county protocols that we do have. I think we were there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Try to restart, what you call it, do everything we can.
Yeah.
And then we took him to the hospital.
Okay. At some point, Did you look at his body at all?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, before we said roll him to the board, we
Okay.
looked at him. We looked
Just
at
to make sure there's
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Did you see any obvious signs of trauma or anything like that?
Not initially. We didn't.
When you were there, sort of doing your thing, working the code, did you hear anything from anyone who was there about what happened prior to the cardiac arrest?
Yes, I
If-
did
if
ask.
any.
Yeah, I did ask. According to, I believe, when I asked what happened, well, he received some treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I guess physical therapy, something.
Okay.
And then he went to his bedroom somehow
Okay.
after the treatment.
He did, or
Yeah,
someone else?
he
or
did.
Okay.
The patient. He went to the room, and then a short time later, came from the room, sat on his couch
Okay.
and watching TV or something.
Okay.
And then the not respiratory, but the physical therapist and the nurse that was there continued doing their whatever they were doing.
Okay.
And then he told me after a little bit of time, go check him to check a blood pressure, and there was none.
Okay.
And that's when they, this guy was coded in it on the couch.
Next up, a lieutenant gives his version of events, adding a new layer to what really unfolded.
We rolled up, the rescue was in front of us, jumped out, grabbed some equipment. We saw the female CNA, whatever she was, standing on the porch right between the doorway.
Okay.
Walked in, saw the other gentleman, another nurse or rehab guy, whatever he was on the floor next to the recliner doing chest compressions.
Okay.
And then from that point, we just worked a standard ALS cardiac arrest. We followed our protocols. Started off with just CPR, BLS airway with just BVMing and some oxygen. Put him on the monitor right away. He was in asystole. I upgraded his airway. I placed a King tube with an OG tube and made our CPR continuous. At that point, it wasn't BLS CPR anymore. And then just followed our protocol. We gave the max amount of EPIs we're allowed to give, which is 3. We gave Narcan just to give Narcan. It's pretty standard practice on cardiac arrest patients. It's one of the H's and T's we kind of rule out, and it's a pretty benign drug when given. So we gave Narcan just to give it. Checked his blood sugar, which came back good. Learned that he'd recently had some kidney issues, so we treated him. We also gave some bicarbonate calcium, but it was pretty much just a standard, regular asystole type style cardiac arrest.
Do you remember what you were dispatched for originally?
I remember the notes. It did come in as a cardiac arrest, but
Okay.
it didn't say anything about like the sex. Like it didn't say if male or
Okay.
female.
Okay.
And I think it said, I don't think it had an exact age. It might have been like an approximate.
Okay.
But
When you got there, where were people positioned?
the one female nurse was standing in the doorway. Like when you walk up those stairs, she was just right there on the phone.
You're talking about the front stairs,
The
like
front
they go to
stairs.
the front door.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. His wife was kind of between there and where he was on the phone talking to somebody,
Okay.
and then the male nurse was on the ground doing chest compressions.
Okay. And where was Mr. Balea?
He was, if you're looking at his recliner, he was to the left.
Okay.
The paramedics on scene all have the same story. They knew someone was in cardiac arrest, and they jumped in to treat their patient in the way in which they were trained. One of the paramedics is asked about whether or not he notices anything unusual on scene.
So you said you started your protocol, so you guys start working at cardiac arrest, as you presumably normally do. Did anything stand out to you about this one?
No.
Okay.
No.
Did you? So what were you sort of doing as part of to help with this? effort?
I was kind of helping where needed.
Okay.
Everybody kind of filled into a position as far as airway or compressions. Then I just started gathering equipment and what else was needed on the outside of it.
Okay. I assume at some point you looked at his body. Did you notice any signs of trauma that were apparent to you or anything like that?
Not that I recall.
While you were there, did you hear anybody talking about what had happened before he went into cardiac arrest? if anything?
Not that I recall either.
Okay. Any talk of any medical history or anything like that that you would have, like that would have changed how you guys did business or anything like that? No?
Not necessarily. No.
Cool.
It was pretty straightforward.
Okay.
So we know Hulk Hogan stopped breathing. The 911 call came in as a cardiac arrest, and until now, the story has been the same. Those inside the home, including the occupational physical therapist, immediately began CPR the moment they realized Hulk Hogan didn't have a pulse. But a newly released body cam video reveals something investigators noticed, and one paramedic says that version of events doesn't add up. So I want you to listen carefully to what he says.
All right. When you got to the house, what did you see, like once you walked in?
When I just went up the stairs because I saw the, I don't know if she was a nurse or whatever, saying, hey, he's up here.
Okay.
So I just went up the stairs because the paramedic on the engine and the lieutenant went to help grab the equipment off the rescue.
Okay.
So I just went upstairs. When I walked into the room, he was on the floor next to a chair. The therapist, the guy in the room, the scrubs,
Okay.
said he was doing CPR for 8 minutes.
Okay.
He was not doing CPR for 8 minutes.
What makes you say that?
Because when I started CPR, I'm the one that broke his ribs.
Okay.
If he was doing CPR, he was doing poor CPR.
Okay.
So just, that's, yeah.
Okay.
But he, in the notes going up, and I think on the radio they said they were having trouble getting him out of the chair to the floor. So we were
Okay.
thinking we were going to have to get him on the ground, but he was on the ground when we got there.
Okay.
Some striking allegations are being raised here. Did the occupational physical therapist really perform CPR for 8 straight minutes? And if so, was it done improperly, as one paramedic claims? Now, these are obviously serious questions, and for now, they remain just that, claims from one side of the scene. The only way to get clarity is to hear directly from the therapist himself. His name is Justin McCamey, and his conversation with investigators is a little hard to hear, but I want you to listen closely to what he had to say in the minutes after Hulk Hogan died.
Eyewitness the surgery a month or two ago. They severed the phrenic nerve. He went into complete system shutdown. Entire system. Came home, the home health. I'm an occupational therapist, and he didn't look good. I saw him last week one time. That's like dead here. He was breathing. Imagine all the chest. I was checking out the home health.
Do what?
Scan him.
Okay.
He ate very little, a couple blueberries on this. Was up throughout the night, some medication and sleep, narcotics. And came back to him. I noticed
It is. Yeah, it should be behind that feet.
no rise and fall of the chest. Tried to get pulse, tried to take blood pressure, nothing. She came in, we realized it together, immediately called 911. Got him to the floor, we started compressions. But basically he was breathing. In any case, when I saw it, I didn't, because he's such a big guy.
Yeah.
So getting a pulse, getting all that stuff is sometimes difficult. And then when we realized it, obviously we didn't call and get assistance. To be honest, I'm surprised he lasted this long.
You said you were only here like 10 minutes, right? Before he.
I got here about, I can tell you, I'm talking to you. I was here at 9:30. I walked in the door.
And how long have you been helping take care of him?
Only my
the
second
OT
visit.
stuff?
Only my second visit.
Okay.
I just did the initial eval last week. Honestly, I was surprised he made it for the week.
And are you trying to help him adjust to being in like the wheelchair mainly and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, occupational, bad definition. PT does the legs, OT we do the upper body.
Okay.
Function.
So just helping him function as best he can.
Right. I was trying to get him back because he was having trouble breathing.
Was he able to walk and stuff?
Barely. It was a pivot transfer.
But he's been using like the urinal and stuff. What's the big issue right now?
Everything. Like we were.
Like why was he not able to walk?
He had that. They severed the phrenic nerve in surgery.
Was that recently? Okay. So he had a back surgery, or what was it?
It was. Honestly, he's had so many surgeries.
Okay.
The phrenic nerve is a nerve that involves respiratory. Okay. And if you slice that, which is hard to do, the doctor.
Okay. But so
that's off the record.
the surgery.
So you caught that. The doctor could have screwed up. Now, there was damage to the phrenic nerve, and that could have led to certain complications. And that comment is what led to some speculation that Hulk Hogan's death was caused by a botched surgery. When investigators followed up with McCamey later, he was much cagier with his answers, seeming to suggest that the fact that Hulk Hogan was a celebrity made speculation about his death and reports about his death spiral out of control.
So this has nothing to do with the medical records per se. It's more just your own observations, your own background, and that type of stuff.
Can I have her present? Because
Sure.
I mean, it's a little intimidating. I've watched Law and Order for years.
Well, no, I'm a nurse.
Say that again?
I'm a nurse.
Okay, yeah,
I've done tons of codes.
Yeah.
This was my first.
I've never had the police come to my house.
I understand that we're
Over a
making things uncomfortable. That's not what we're trying to do here.
No, I understand. I just, you have to see it from my perspective, you know.
No, and I
Three
do.
kids, you know.
That's what
Yeah,
apologizing.
they're not letting us say. They don't want us to say anything else because
Okay.
evidently I spoke too much already.
That's what they told you?
Yeah.
Your people. Okay.
Well, no. In general, I'm just hearing what's going on in the news.
Your boss also, the lady also said to get their cards.
Oh yeah, cards.
Okay, yeah,
I got you.
Cool.
Going.
And this,
Okay.
but this is the CEO of VNA with TGH.
Okay.
So that's the high up and going higher than that.
Yeah, that's who I tried to call. I just she probably couldn't call back from there, I guess. 'Cause somebody else gave it. Your Ann was your supervisor, the DON?
Yes.
She gave me her number.
Shannon's number? Okay.
Yeah, I tried to call. I didn't get a message back.
I did too, because I even called to say, hey, this is what's going down.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's what they're telling you to say, we're not trying to put anybody in a hard spot.
yeah, understood.
So
I'm appreciative of what you're doing, and but I mean, obviously I was blabbing the smoke. I don't know what I did. I don't even remember the conversations.
You did not blab, Justin. I didn't say it.
So, okay. Thank you. This is his. My name is. I'll write it on the back just so you have it. And she can call if you have conversation with her about anything. She's welcome to call.
Awesome.
That number. We sit next to each other, so you call that one. You'll get either of us. Okay. Do you have any questions that I can help maybe lessen some of this angst that's being
I'm the
felt?
one that's anxious.
Well, I bet that collectively.
Okay.
And I was the one that was like, Justin!
My question.
Like,
We have family that are law enforcement, so
Sure.
I was some
totally-
guys just came here and, you
Yeah.
know, with, I'm like
Mine-
looking at them with,
I'm just concerned that all this stuff's getting out that shouldn't have been out. It's
Yeah.
HIPAA violations on these camps. That's what to be redacted, and it's getting out. TMZ's calling me.
Are they?
Yeah.
stuff's
Okay.
not getting out. That's all
Yeah.
false stuff
Well, they're saying things that.
in life that the news says.
Yeah, I don't know what's being true. That's what's.
Yeah, we
scary.
haven't released any video. I can tell you that.
Still an open investigation.
So whatever you're seeing online is not coming from us.
Wow, you had
Okay.
a code that was an open investigation. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why because of some of that information that's out there, we're trying to get everything sort of
Got it.
lined up as it should be. Okay. So that's why we're here talking to you now. Yeah. The only thing was is obviously about the surgery.
That's above my scope.
Okay.
It really is. It's not. I'm a therapist. I get people stronger.
Okay. So
No, I
that
do.
you didn't go to med school. You're
Nope.
not a surgeon. Nothing
Nope.
like that.
Not a nurse.
Okay.
Not
Not even
a,
a
nope.
nurse.
Occupational therapy is your
I'm
licensure.
like
That's your
PT.
business. That's everything.
I get people walking, and make them independent.
Okay.
That's all I do.
Okay. And I know you told me on the phone, but the stuff that you got from about the surgery was from the chart.
That's all I know.
Okay. No other outside extraneous
No,
information?
none.
Okay. And then you said TMZ called you?
Yeah.
You didn't provide them anything?
No, I did not call them back. They called and texted me 4 times today.
Today alone?
Today's the first day they did it, and they just slammed me.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're going
I'm
through
giving
that.
no information out
I
whatsoever.
don't mean to be rude. Do you guys need a bottle of water or anything?
No, we're fine. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
I was just, wasn't you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand.
I mean, whatever. And then my neighbor called me, and then I listened to the message that she left me. I was like, oh, there was 2 guys outside looking for Justin. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, Justin's not in any trouble. So we just wanted to touch base with you.
Months after Hogan's death, on November 19th, 2025, an investigator caught up with McCamey one more time to get some clarification. And McCamey, once again, tempered his original comments a bit.
I was talking to the boss. He just wants one more question. In the video, you talked about how the phrenic nerve, when it gets severed, it's a hard thing to do.
I assume that, yeah.
Oh, you assume that?
It's not really my effort.
Okay, because basically, like, what we're trying to know is like how you knew that nerve. I'm sorry, leaning on your car.
Right.
That nerve is a common thing that can be injured during a surgery, and B, like, how did you arrive at that medical conclusion to say that?
Written medical
That it's hard to do?
No, that was separate.
Okay.
I assumed, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
But I mean, you're not a neurosurgeon,
not at
right?
all.
Right.
Yeah, or cardiac surgery, yeah.
Didn't go to medical school. You had the degree for the occupational therapy and
That's it.
nothing beyond that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to keep you.
It's okay. I was also blabbing because I was
I understand that.
so I have gotten in trouble before for talking to them. So.
Okay. Well, I think that should be it. All right. Thank you, sir.
It was interesting though. Listen to the interview Bubba Losbaum the next couple of days after that.
Oh, I've heard it.
And the guy mentioned the phrenic nerve himself. He's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, it could have been," and I was like, "Huh."
I've heard it.
Yeah. So I shouldn't have said the comment.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
This is why I'm not a doctor. I just get you stronger and get you moving.
Well, that's equally important. So. All right. Take care, sir.
Thank you.
Hogan's passing was ruled a natural death resulting from cardiac arrest. The Clearwater Police Department praised the Hogan family, including his widow, Sky Daly, his kids, Nick and Brooke Hogan, and an attorney named Kevin Hazlett for, quote, their willingness to allow our investigators access to very personal information at a time when they were grieving and struggling, adding that it was, quote, extremely helpful. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law and Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we are also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.